niedergeschlagen hat, aus. Hier oben, in der Nähe von Kingston, zurückgezogen auf diesen Berg, lebt der selbsternannte schwarze König der Juden, Prinz Emmanuel.
Wir sind immer noch auf der Suche nach einem Weg zurück nach Afrika. Wir wollen wieder eine Nation werden, aber es ist unmöglich. Niemand begreift, warum wir nach Afrika wollen.
Blessed love family, glorify, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. And I know this video officially will be premiered. This will be a premiered video. So for sure, I know that as it is rolling, the audience will be coming in. So I will still give them a time to come in. And let me just say as well, what I'll be doing is a bit of Q&A. As you could see, we have been doing a bit of Q&A for a few programs, somewhat answering some of the concerns of the listeners and the watchers to the YouTube and the listeners again to Radio Anu. So we will just be, you know, maybe to a degree commenting on a comment that someone made about him leaving Rastafari when he realized that Haile Selassie tucked his tail between his legs and ran to the Queen. But I'll get to that in a moment, and we will see exactly where we're going with that one there. But as you could see here, I'm just highlighting the event for Sunday, family. This is for Sunday. We will be having the official launch of the 9th annual, this is the 9th edition really, of the Priest Isaac's African History Month essay competition. And this Sunday on Radio Anu, live on Radio Anu, I will be having, yes, the launching, but I will be giving a very special lecture presentation entitled Remember the Youths. It's going to be a grand sit-down, family. As you know, every year at the time of African History Month, we make sure we have, yes, prizes, whether it be laptops, tablets. We already have secured some prizes already. I think I showed this to the public already. We already have a tablet that has been provided for one of the winners this year. You understand what kind of tablet it is. It's an Android tablet PC. You see it right here. This is already here. And this year, we are going to be doing the essay competition nationally plus internationally. So I'm looking for everyone to be with us on Sunday on Radio Anu. To be very honest, I know some of us don't like to hear nothing about children. I don't know what is wrong with us. Anything that has to do with youths, they stay away. And most of us have youths. So what is this Afrocentricity and this consciousness that we like to talk about? Don't we expect, as Haile Selassie I himself say, that we shall be replaced by the oncoming generations? So I'm looking for everyone to contribute this year to the essay competition. Remember, this is not no money-making thing, you know. For the 9 years we've been doing this, every year we make sure we put in our finance personally. Sometimes the vast majority of the finance goes into going into the competition comes from us. And these competitions have thousands of dollars to the budget. In fact, I have a budget prepared, and I will be reading it as well on Sunday before we go into the lecture. But family, all you have to do to get a copy of this budget, we have the budget and the outline for this year's essay competition. This is it that you're looking at here. If you have not received a copy of this via the email, because I did send out some emails as it relates to the information for the essay competition. If not, just email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com, and said, I would like a copy of the information as it relates to this year's essay competition and the budget, and we will definitely send that to you. All right, so we definitely give thanks again for your presence. We give thanks continually for the life giver and the keeper of life in all good doings and say. All right, now if you look at this situation here, you can see the budget, just giving you an idea of how the budget looks itself. So as I said, if you desire more information on such, definitely all you have to do is just send me the email, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com, and you will definitely get a full copy of the budget and of course the essay letter itself as it relates to such information. All right, now as I said, what I wanted to do this evening, and this is just, in due respect to those who listen to us and want more information, I don't want no one to feel offended at all. Sometimes people feel offended when we touch these critical subject areas. But listen, this is a video we did a few evenings ago. Haile Selassie is no one's puppet, Rastafari. So there was a comment that I noticed and I said, let me just say a thing or two as it relates to it. And this is from Kwahu Sentene. And I give thanks to Brother Kwaku, I assume is a brother. Thank you for the comment. And he says here, why was he, and he being Haile Selassie, why was he a member of the Garter? Or why did he leave Ethiopia to stay with Queen Elizabeth for years? Them are the wicked Danites, I think it is. And he has a duck here. Why did Garvey condemn him? I was Rastafari until I realized him tuck his tail and run to Queen Elizabeth and his garter lodge, along with fellow Winston Churchill. All right. And of course, they're going to have those in the background that are saying, yeah, brother, the brother has it right. Answer that, priest. I've been asking people these questions for the longest time. I don't want to make mockery of it, but I mean, sometimes you just got to keep a bit of humor. Now, family, as I said, this is an institute. If you notice, we speak in the name of Rastafari, but we come defending an institute. We pilot, we captain an institute. This is not a debate league. This is surely not an argument club. So this is why, as an institute, we put down material. We have books, we have online lectures. I mean, over the years, compilations that answer every question that good brother asked. Now, of course, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he has to be on our coattails all these years, that he should have listened every single thing that we say. No, don't get me wrong at all. But I'm just saying, for him and for anyone else who really wants to answer these questions that people keep asking. These questions just come around like a revolving door. But the thing is, we have answered all of these questions. We have taken our time to give good understanding. So this is why, like, for example, the question on the Knights of the Garter, my brother, at this stage, trust me, I think it is better for you and for those who do not really get the understanding of how the King of Kings move, you should watch this online lecture, Haile Selassie and Freemasonry. If you prefer not this one, we have one on YouTube entitled, Is Haile Selassie a Mason? You could check that one as well, but I would recommend that you look at Haile Selassie and Freemasonry. Now, this is an online lecture that we did, something that you would have to purchase. The other one I mentioned, you don't have to purchase it. It's right on YouTube and it will answer your questions as well. But this one was prepared as a part two to that. And trust me, it clears up all of the misunderstandings that many ones have as it relates to the King of Kings, Negus and Agas, and even how he is portrayed. All right, now, I want to get to this aspect of it. the brother clearly says that he was Rastafari until he realized that Haile Selassie tucked his tail between his legs, which is an interesting statement that the brother made there, and ran to the Queen of England. Now, what I'm saying, family, again, another situation we have spoken about. And I would like to ask that good brother there, Brother Kwahu. Brother Kwahu, you say you were Rastafari until that time. Now, Haile Selassie, spending all these years with the Queen of England, is a statement that is not built on facts. Sometimes when you highlight this to people, they say, oh, you know what I mean. No. We cannot be rolling on you know what I mean. We got to be clear. We're dealing with knowledge and information here. It's not about you know what I mean. I'm saying, my good brother, as I've said to many other people who come with that argument there, that Haile Selassie the first, number one, didn't run to nobody, first of all. Haile Selassie, if you understand the prophecy and the history, was just doing what had to be done, and it was well done. Haile Selassie left Ethiopia to go to Geneva, to Switzerland. He didn't go to spend no time in nobody's jacuzzi. He went to go to Switzerland and come back to Ethiopia and to speak to the League of Nations and to acquire the diplomatic assistance and the military assistance that was promised to him according to what is known as the Declaration of Human Rights. Not the Declaration of Human Rights, but the Declaration of Collective Security, Article 16 of the United Nations League of Nations Charter at that time. So it was a lot of diplomacy there. No need for somebody to say, well, if he was God. No. That's, you see, that's not what we're talking about. And even if he was God, who is God? What's the God thing all about? This is why we need to balance information when we come to them sort of platforms and these reasonings here. So let's just keep it on that level. We ain't talking about no God. We're talking about Haile Selassie the First as the Emperor of Ethiopia, as a member of the League of Nations, you know, as an individual that has signed on to the charter that represents the League of Nations, as an individual that is upholding Article 16 of the League of Nations, which says that if any member of the League of Nations is to attack another member of the League of Nations, that means the rest of the League of Nations is supposed to sever themselves from the miscreant, meaning they're supposed to separate themselves from the one that attacked the other nation. That's all. That's what it is. And Italy was the miscreant. Italy was the villain that attacked Ethiopia. Italy was the one that broke the protocols of the League of Nations, the LON, and they attacked Ethiopia in 1935, 1936. Ethiopia went to war. The king on the battlefield. How many times we covered this thing? Countless. The king on the battlefield, front line, made sure the king decided, okay, we go into Geneva to speak to them and be the first and only head of states to address the League of Nations, which he did. All historians at the time and even now would tell you that, yeah, that was the turning point. Even in the international affairs, talking about geopolitics, that is where World War II really got its spark at that moment there. Hitler and Mussolini running through Eastern Europe. You understand what took place. And then, of course, the Allied nations needed the help. Some of us, we lie and talk about, oh, Haile Selassie got help from Britain. You don't understand the strategies of war. You misunderstand what was going on there. When that is the shrewdness of Haile Selassie. Remember, Britain and Italy are brothers. For the emperor to get Britain to go and assist in kicking out Italy, that's a serious feat of shrewd brilliance. But we missed that. Whereas in history you find anything like that, we totally missed that. As if he was supposed to say, no, 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 I don't want no help from you. Let Mussolini continue to kill the Ethiopian people. With them foolish talk. You see, we try to find so many ways out of it. And then when we notice that we have it wrong, we try to, pull the God card. Well, if he's God, why did he have to eat breakfast then? If he's God, I mean, come on, that is dumb conversation. That's why we evolve out of them levels there. You understand? I'm very serious. So it's because we have that sort of religious dogmatic outlook on it, family. That is why we tend to be disappointed at certain things. Hear what the brother saying, hear what the brethren said there a while ago. Kwahu, he said he was Rastafari. I don't know what level of Rastafari he was, but he was to the point where he was accepting and he could clearly tell you that he is Rastafari. And somebody come and whisper into his ear that Haile Selassie ran to the Queen during the Italian-Ethiopian War. And because of that, he is no longer Rastafari. Well, my brother Kwahu, if I'm to tell you that there was no queen in England when Haile Selassie was in quote-unquote exile, would you go and put back on your Rastafari crown? No, hold on. Remember you said it. You were Rastafari. So whatever brought you to Rastafari, I assume it would have been genuine because you came to Rastafari. Now you're saying, Brother Kwaku, that you're no longer Rastafari. Why? Because you found out that Haile Selassie, when he went to exile, went and spent time with the Queen and all of that stuff. So I'm just asking you now, that since you realize that that statement you made in the comment of my video is false, do you have a change of heart? I'm not saying you have to. I'm just asking you, since you addressed it to me and you showed me, well, because you're asking now, why did he have to be a member of the Knight of the Garter? And again, that is why we highlighted to you and to many. You have to check out the DVD or the documentary, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, and Freemasonry. If you don't want to go that far, you could stay right on YouTube and check the documentary that we did, which is known as Is Haile Selassie a Mason? I'm serious. This is a university. A lot of the questions we ask, they need to be answered with surgical gloves. That is why we do the essay competition and these things, to get the mind prepared, for the deeper aspect of Afrocentricity. That's why people go to kindergarten and first grade and second grade and prep school and high school. It's preparation for university. So you don't just jump into university, you get a preparation. And this is how I personally handle the things I teach about. I put it in the sense of it's like a course, from one stage to the other stage. We revisit subject areas for those who are genuinely following the information, trying to put two and two together. We ain't here to try to lead nobody astray or even convince no one to believe what we believe. We know for sure that the information we have, especially when it comes to King Emmanuel order, is so secure. You ain't got to lasso nobody and pull them in. In fact, we prefer not to do that because you may attract people that you don't even need around you. When the sheep hear the voice of the shepherd, they will come. They will come. So I'm just saying, my family, that why Haile Selassie don't have locks? We answer them questions, man, several times in depth. Again, why Haile Selassie go and spend time with the Queen? I did a whole video on that once. Why did Haile Selassie run to the Queen of England? There was no queen. The monarch at the time was King George VI. Queen Elizabeth became queen when 1957 or somewhere thereabout. So just that aspect of it as an argument. It's not an observation people have it. It's an argument. Remember, we grew up hearing that around here. Oh, boy, Selassie run go to Queen of England when Mussolini attacked. People just say that out their mouth. So you can see anybody that says that. Although, yes, I understand what they mean. In all honesty, I understand what they mean because it's very mean to make that kind of statement. What they mean is that they're so mean that they prefer to disrespect the King of Kings without seeking out the proper knowledge. No excuse for anybody that says Selassie run to the Queen. To me, that's wickedness. See, like how he said them is the wicked ones. You are making a wicked statement to say that. You're going to just jump up and diss the king without proper knowledge. That's like you just get up and diss your father. Fire burn him and he drink gutter water. And you have no facts. You have no proof whatsoever. So you're going to just jump up and say, oh, the king run to the queen. It is such a loose statement to make. And such a dignified figure, someone that you revered, because you say you were Rastafari. So why don't you make sure that the statement that you're making of the king in such criticism is correct? I mean, if you make a mistake by an observation, you could just make an observation and say, hey, he had on a blue shirt. Hey, that was the man that was with him. And it could be a mistake. That's understanding. But what you're doing now, you are critiquing. You are telling us, man, I was once a part of his group and I left his group because he did the abominable. What he did, he went and spent time with the Queen of England when he had to run for Mussolini. But the facts don't stick to that because there was no Queen of England. It's just like the time when Brother Gorilla Hebrew, I don't know what happened to Gorilla Hebrew that day. Gorilla Hebrew just rise up and say Haile Selassie was in bed with the Queen of England. Not in bed like a political phrase, you know, like literally laying down under the sheets with Queen Elizabeth. Gorilla Hebrew say that. That's why we had to, you know what I mean, say a word or two to Mr. Gorilla Hebrew, because to me that was really off the wall. And this is what I'm saying. People just make these loose statements about the niggers. And I'm saying if you don't agree with something, that's not the argument. But at least be a little more precise when you are so critical. We all can make mistakes. That is why even when I say something that's off and I figure it out, I still come back. Anyone here can testify to that. So it's not a perfect thing. But then when you come down with such anger against niggers, man, at least have the script correct. The Knights of the Garter again, Rastafari and Freemasonry. I don't think I could say more than that. If I say more than that, I'd have to give the whole 3-hour lecture right now. So family, even not just you, my good brother there who I'm speaking to, what's the brother's name again? Kwahu. Not just you, my good brother Kwahu, but to everyone. Go to the website. Go to the lecture hall. Here we are on the lecture hall. You see these 3 videos? These were the videos we did during the Yuletide season, you know, the Hogmas. Remember, we did Fairy Tale, Folly Days, and Nursery Crime. You should come and definitely purchase it and watch it. We have Santa Claus Massacre. You should do the same. And for those that have all the questions about the emperor, you should definitely check out Rastafari, Haile Selassie, and Freemasonry. In fact, we just put up a video, which was an excerpt of this lecture. And we were highlighting just about 10 minutes how the Bobo Shanti order and the different things that we do as Bobo Shanti and how we turn and so many different things. You see them practicing it in Freemasonry. And that is why ones would be quick to say, oh, Bobo Shanti is Freemason too. But the question is, who got what from who? Who got what from who? And then when you study it good, they're not doing the exact same thing. It is a bit different, my family. So all I'm saying is that we take our time when it comes to the information and to the knowledge. As I said, I didn't come to burn no fire, nobody. We're not into no burning fire thing. We just here to bring correct information. And if the brother is misled, or have a misunderstanding, it is our job to assist in his misunderstanding. When I read his comment, I could see that the brother is a bit lost and needs help. But you see, we need to humble ourselves. If the teacher is here that can teach you what you're asking, we should just humble ourselves. You see, he asked them questions. He's supposed to watch the videos I tell him to watch. Not just type back something now and say, oh, well, when I was here, no. You shouldn't say nothing until you watch what I tell you to watch. The fact I just explained, no, it was no queen in England. You shouldn't say, oh, well, you know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean. I'm working with what you said. So this is for those, that is why we cater for people who value information and serious about knowledge. I notice in this conscious community that we have, you see, when we were coming in, it was about knowledge. Right now, there's this debate sort of spirit that exists. Not no real debate, you know, this antagonizing back and forward debate. People hate you because you don't agree with them. Hate you because you don't agree with what they have as their belief. Even races against you because of your outlook on different things, as Bobo and Bingy and all of that. Hate, you know, literally hate. How is it you can reach that far to have hatred in your heart for somebody because of a slight difference? And it's slight too. And it's hypocritical. It's hypocritical. I can't believe you as a Ras, you have something against your own brother, not because he do you something, you know, but because of some sort of philosophical belief. You would pass your brother on the road and don't look at him because man, I big up them bubble there. And your wife is a Seventh-day Adventist, or your woman doesn't even believe in God. I'm not making up nothing. You know I talking the truth. And I'm not dissing nobody family, you know, because I know they're ones that are saying, oh, so you go watch somebody, so you feel you're perfect. That's not my point. That's not my point. Even if you're a Muslim and your wife is a belly dancer, that's not my point. My point is, you are a Rastafari. You have brethren that are Rastafari. They never do you nothing to hurt you, but they just feel the red supposed to up top, and you believe the red supposed to down below. And you would pass them in the road and don't hail them because them man, they deal with Emmanuel. I'm not asking you. Remember, I live this thing. You know? And when you go home, your wife frying chicken in the kitchen, playing the same Frankie Paul that says so. And you might screw up with her to go and tell her put up fried chicken. But you don't know, you know, that ain't gonna last too long. All I'm saying, not disrupting your home, all I'm saying, if you're on that level, so why is it you can't get along with your own brother who's saying Rastafari with you? The same woman who said, you can't take you and them Selassie business now, and you don't pass her in the street. And I'm not saying you should, but we should stop dealing with each other with this anger because we just don't see things the same. And anything that you and me may have a difference with, when it comes to me, nobody can tell me I'm stubborn because I bring my facts to the table. All these people that have something against what I say, nobody ever come with no facts. All the years I doing this for us, nobody ever really come down and say, man, all what you're saying is wrong. Let me show you. And I can sit and read it and say, okay, or they do a proper video. I just beg people to do videos. If you have a problem, do a video. All these people that talk, when you press the side, they don't have no video on the side. Do a video, now, man. Just put your laptop down and put on the video and say, yeah, this is to contradict Priest Isaac. Don't worry, you'll get some views. And then explain it. I will like it and watch it. And listen properly. And come good, you know, because I'm going to respond. Come real good, I'm going to respond. And if you can't do that, man, maybe you should just be quiet and listen. Real thing. This is not a time for competition and argument. This is time for love, man. I mean, you're supposed to see the value in what we do, to more be with what we do than just trying to fight what we do. Anything I see of right, I try my best to attach to it. Trust me, because that's what life is all about. Now, as I said, I know this was a premiere. So about now, we will be looking to, at the end of this premiere, we should be going straight into the Tiger's Nest. That's on Radio Anu. For those who do not know, the Tiger's Nest is a program that comes to you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So tonight, being Thursday, is no difference. In fact, tonight we're going to be talking about the Grenadian, the revolution in Grenada, the Grenadian Revolution, with speaking about Brother Maurice Bishop. And for those who do not know that history, tonight is definitely going to be a history class. And everyone in Grenada, you should tune into Radio Anu, 7 p.m. sharp, which according to when we uploaded this premiere, should be in a few moments. So when this is done, if you're watching the premiere live, you should go straight to Radio Anu. Again, the link is in the description below. Just go and press it, go to the website, and it will carry you to the Tiger's Nest program, which of course is tonight, 7 p.m. sharp. All right, family. And while you're on the website, man, just encouraging you to scroll through and remember the holistic food store. I'm sure even as you're listening to me now, you wanted something to snack on. What you should have done, you should have already ordered your cashew nuts, your pistachio nuts, your macadamia nuts, one of my favorites for sure, your cocoa powder, spirulina, your cashew butter, so many things you could get from us. In fact, all you have to do is contact us, and I am encouraging you, when you email us, try your best to use the Priest Isaac Institute at gmail.com, as the others might tend to send it to junk mail and have it lost and all sorts of things, you know. I know some people email me personally, and for some reason or the other may not get a response. Is because sometimes it's lost, and that's why we have the Institute email, family. So please work with the God with that one there. Remember that one has already been infiltrated, you know, FBI, and so already tell me what they have to tell me, but I'm not going into that right now. Visit the website, family, and browse through. Remember, our shop, our store, you know, get all of our products, all of the videos, all of the online lectures that we have done. You can come to the shop and find them. You know, all of our books, all of the children's books, all of our, you could get the chalices for sure. And even, of course, our homeschool programs, and our garments as well. Where are the garments? I just saw my garments here. Your Tiger's Nest shirts, your Tiger's Nest t-shirt and sweaters and jersey, all of these things available right here on the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. All right, family. Tiger's Nest, 7 p.m. sharp. Radio Anu, give thanks, life giver, and the keeper of life. Holy Emmanuel, Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari. And looking forward to seeing you on Sunday for sure. Radio Anu. Blessed love.